What's up? What's up? We back. Episode
What's
50.
happening?
What's
Oh,
going
we
on?
on the big
This is
5-0?
It's the
50?
big 5-0, man. We on the big
Dang.
5-0.
That's
Shoot.
what's up.
Wait, I have 50. Dang, I didn't even peep. My mom turned 50 at the beginning of COVID, and we never threw the decorations out. I could have been ready. Hold on.
We should have played 50 Cent as the opening music.
Man, we're all
We
caught
weren't
off guard
thinking
by
we
this.
slipping.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? The whole show kind of sort of evolved anyway on the fly. A little bit, because we were gonna do a show. We didn't really know what we was gonna do. Then we decided we were gonna do the review of the
There
Suicide
we
Squad
Yeah.
because that was all kind of like last minute anyway.
That wasn't last minute.
Well, I watched it last minute, so you know.
You was last.
I was last minute.
I
minute.
watched it last minute too. So
All right, well,
Yeah.
well, do we want to talk about anything before we get into it? The Olympics
I mean,
ended.
there's some environmental news that popped off today, but I don't know if we want to go down that lane.
I mean, hit me. I want to know what you're talking about.
It's the cookout.
Just the climate change is now irreversible.
We cold
Oh,
red
I swear
status.
they've
We
been saying that
be
for like
here.
Nah, well, it's been speculated, but they released a report today that it's now irreversible.
Oh, it's officially official that we just doomed.
Yeah. Now the 2 degrees Celsius temperature, that is still, we're still able to try to avoid that within the next decade if we reduce something, but it's not looking good.
Yikes.
I'm telling y'all, from Homo sapiens to Nomo sapiens, we are the virus.
Oh man.
So basically, the apocalypse merch is gonna be popping.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways,
on to other news. The Suicide Squad. Oh,
yeah,
go ahead.
Suicide Squad. I just wanted to accompany that with the infrastructure bill that got passed. That's good news.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that is also good news. That is the silver lining, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that's a silver lining. Captain
you
Law.
need Captain
We had
Planet.
Don Cheadle. It can't be the Don Cheadle Captain Planet.
Oh man.
I mean, he might get the job done. A few of us ain't gonna survive it, but the job will get done. That might be the Captain Planet we need. We might need the aggressiveness. Trees. That's what we need. Turn everybody into a tree.
Mm-hmm.
It'll work. We ain't gonna be here, but it'll work.
Facts.
Anyways, so the Suicide Squad came out this Friday in theaters and on HBO Max. We had a chance to watch it over the weekend. Well, I watched it, half of it yesterday and the other half this evening. Partially the reason why we were delayed 30 minutes. I needed to finish watching the rest of the movie. How about you guys? I watched it on HBO Max, by the way. I don't know how you viewed it.
HBO Max. I didn't know it was streaming, so that's why it took me so long to watch it.
I said it on the show last week.
My
These are
mind be
facts.
all over the place.
Nobody cares about it. I saw it 3 times.
3 times?
I saw it 3 times. I saw it on Friday. I saw it again Saturday.
All in the theater?
No. Oh, Imani's done with the theater. COVID is wilding. I'm not going out to theaters anymore. I'm not going out to eat unless it's not packed. I actually went out 2 weekends ago to a restaurant in Jersey City. The food was great, but there was no masks. It was tightly packed, and I felt very uncomfortable.
I'm telling you.
And I was like, nah. Like I know, I feel like everybody outside doesn't care as much as I do. So if that's how it's going to be, I need to put myself where other people care. So if there's social distancing in a restaurant and I'll feel comfortable, cool. But other than that, I can make great food at home.
Yeah, I was in DC over the weekend, and people were just mask
like
off,
it's not out
feature
there.
just-
And we got like what 3 or 4 variants too out there.
Yo, the Delta
we going back on.
variant. It's called Delta Plus. First of all, they could have come up with a better name. I personally don't like Delta Plus.
Well, Okay, wait a second. What
Who
is
was that said that sounds like a streaming service in the Discord? Because that was
that?
hilarious.
Was hilarious. I
That's the
remember that.
truth.
Who?
Delta Plus sounds like a streaming service.
I forgot. Yeah, who did? Who posted that? That was funny.
Yeah, frequent
No,
flyer
agreed.
miles.
Agreed. And then they got the lambda variant.
Lambda, there's a Lambda variant. There's
Lambda, what is this fraternity stuff? Huh? What's going on?
they making their way through. What's killing me is if they're making their way through the
The Greek alphabet.
alphabet, and we're already at Lambda. That means there was a beta. Actually, I don't even know Greek alphabet. Which one is the beta?
Hey man, I don't know. I
No,
can't help
gamma. Is there a gamma variant?
it must have been if they're on lambda.
That's what I'm saying.
Lambda iota.
It's not a bad idea, Ducky.
They getting there. I don't like that. But yeah. So I said all that to say, no, I did not see it in theaters. I saw it at home on HBO Max. I watched it Friday night. Not gonna hold you, I fell asleep, but not because the movie did not hold me. I was tired. So I watched it again on Saturday with my family, thoroughly enjoyed it, and I watched it again to prepare for today. But I'm gonna be honest, the first 15 minutes is the best part of the whole movie.
Where everybody was dying?
Yes. That was great. Y'all didn't think that
I
was
was about
funny?
to say
It was funny to me, but I just feel like the whole movie kind of for me was good. Like there was.
Oh, I'm not saying the rest of the movie was bad, but that
was
first
your favorite
15
part.
minutes, yo, the detachable kid.
Hey man, the way his arms was flailing in the air.
And they were just slapping people and like you
Detachable
can't tell me that's not funny.
Hey, when the weasel fell in that water and was drowning, it was over for me.
And they just all looked at him. They just watched him.
The weasel, man, that look, he's sitting in the helicopter just looking at people. Oh, that, hey.
Also, the weasel was played by James Gunn's son.
Really?
He puts his family and his brother and his kids and everything. And I was doing some research, and he was in the motion capture suit doing all the running. So that was his son.
That's cool.
And his eyes also. That's why Weasel's eyes were looking like that, because they are a real person's eyes.
That had a nice effect because his eyes like sold it for me. I was like, yo, this thing is alive. Weasel. Hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
I was gonna say before we get too deep into it, make sure in the comments you let us know if you watch this movie on a scale of 1 to 10, where you rank this movie. We're going to give our rankings. For me, I had to watch it. I started watching it last night. Like I said, I fell asleep, not because it was boring. It was just I was dead tired, and so I rewatched it today, fresh, well rested, and I gotta say, it was really good. I know there were some people in the comments that were saying that it was like a top 3 DC movie. I don't know about that, but it is definitely, it's good. It's one of the better movies, that's for sure.
Yeah, I would agree. One of the better films.
I
DC
can't,
needs to stay in this type of lane, like the dark, violent, humor type movie. They need to stay in the R-rated lane. I feel like.
Yeah.
From what I understand, like they let James Gunn do whatever he wanted to do, and it seems to me that paid off. Like it felt like his understanding of the Suicide Squad and mixed with his stylistic directing and just his James Gunn spin just worked way better than the first movie did. Which I feel like I'm glad they rebooted this, because I'm more so looking forward to a sequel or a series of films with the Suicide Squad cast. And I have to say, it does not feel at all like Guardians of the Galaxy. It is a completely different type of, like they are, and because he directed Guardians of the Galaxy, so I was kind of like, is this going to feel like Guardians of the Galaxy, or is this going to be like its own thing? And he did a good job of making it its own thing. You can't even compare Suicide Squad to Guardians of the Galaxy, other than like they're a different type of cast of characters from the main group of Marvel and DC heroes and villains. And that's really the only comparisons that you can draw because these are completely different films.
Yeah.
I never even considered comparing them only because. Oh, sorry, JVM.
Oh, you got it. You got it.
I never even thought about comparing them just because
Same.
of how the groups work. Yes, the Guardians of the Galaxy were a little discombobulated, but they still did good work. The Suicide Squad does good work eventually, but they will destroy everything they possibly can before it gets done.
Yeah,
And
they
like,
just
they're still gonna
Hey, that
clumsy their way through to the end.
that village scene. Oh my god, that was hilarious. That
when they killed everybody.
oh
They
man, that
killed
was
everybody.
I was
that
like, yo,
was
they
like
going- hey,
they were. It was a good twist because I didn't expect that to be like. I was just assuming because they kind of tease it like I mean the whole opening is chaotic. It felt like you did y'all see have y'all seen Sausage Party?
Yeah.
You remember how they did the
the
parody
market scene with
of
the
the parody of
slow-mo boy.
what was it Saving Private Ryan
yeah.
with the beach scene? It kind of felt like that opening sequence on the beach, and like from there it was just kind of crazy.
I gotta
The
watch
the
that.
very the opening scene was pretty cool to me when they had the reflection on the in the puddle of water and they
Yeah,
flipped
yeah.
it. That was pretty dope. And they did that again later in the movie with the I think it was the Peacekeeper's helmet when he was fighting what's the guy's name? He was like the squad leader.
Oh, and then they did the 3 minutes or the 7 minutes earlier thing.
Yeah, the guy that he killed stabbed in the heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay,
They
yeah.
had that scene where they were showing him fighting but through the reflection of the helmet.
Oh, I get what you mean. I need to watch that again. I didn't peep.
I didn't peep that either.
Yeah,
I didn't peep that either. That's but yeah, like I mean the direction, his directorial style for this worked way better than the first movie. That's for sure. Like all in all, like this was such a vastly improved film over the first. And I know there's like a lot of controversy over that because David Ayer claims that this is not the version that was released in theaters was not his cut of the film, what have you. Because of Warner Brothers being Warner Brothers, I can believe him, but I'm not sure. Well, you know what? The Snyder Cut was so much different than the theatrical release of
so
the
much.
Justice League. I feel like David Ayer's cut might be, I mean, significantly different. It might be better. He claims that it was going to be a war film. I would like to see his cut. I don't think they're going to do that again based off the reaction from the Snyder Cut. I don't think that they're going to take that risk again. They're set, but you know, I don't know. I don't want to get into the whole DC stuff. I want to stay on the Suicide Squad for now, but like I have my thoughts and opinions, of course, about how Warner Brothers is moving, especially with the DC property. But nah, I mean, like the characters and just the overall story was compelling. Like it kept me engaged. You just and you know there's a lot more emotional depth to the characters than I anticipated. I thought it was just going to be like just a crazy wild adventure, and it was actually a lot of good character development. That definitely helped with some of the slower moments where there's less action. He chose to make those moments like character development moments and key moments, and there was always payoff too, with all those sequences. And so I mean it's very hard to rate this film negatively.
Yeah.
Given what it was.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I would say differently is that the action for me was way more compelling than the story. I feel like the story was baseline, had good, character depth in it, but overall the action was what we needed.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't think that's a crit. I don't think the story needed to be too crazy. Like it was going to be competing too much with the action, and it might have gotten too, bogged
It'd be a
down.
different movie then.
Yeah, yeah. I think the story was good enough to support the action because the action was basically the star of the show for me at least.
Yeah, yeah.
I think where I have issues is that the villain wasn't bad enough for me. Like to me, who should have been the main villain of the film was Amanda Waller. Like I believe my theory is that everybody who was on team 1 on the beach who was there to die. Like I don't think it was a surprise that Pete Davidson's character sold him out. I feel like she knew that was going to happen because what was TDK going to do? What was Weasel going to do? I don't foresee that they were going to get much work done. So
Yeah.
we haven't seen Weasel in action, though. I'm not going to disrespect him, but TDK definitely wasn't doing anything. So she sent all of them there to die. Which
I think she did too. She mentioned something like that. She was like, Team 1 was a diversion. Or
Yeah, she
something.
told Team 2 that. She
That's what she
told
said to Team 2.
yeah, she told Team 2 that they were a distraction.
Like she was the
They
big
were literally the Suicide Squad. Like literally, she sent them to die.
and she wasn't as much of a villain in the first film, which I appreciate. She was. They do not make her seem like a good person, but she's much worse in this film.
Yeah. She's definitely the most unlikable character in the book.
Yeah. So
I was like, man, shut up.
but that being said, they don't want to kill her, which I appreciate. She's going to be around for a while because, as we know, Peacekeeper is getting his own show. That's going to be HBO Max exclusive, right?
Oh, that's gonna be a show?
That's going to be a show. He's getting his own spinoff show.
Interesting.
So
Yes.
He's a formidable villain.
And you know what? This was a really good showing by John Cena to me. Like I liked him as Peacekeeper. Like I didn't know what I was going to think about Peacekeeper. Like I didn't initially. Well, they didn't say much, and I don't know much about Suicide Squad. I don't know anything about the Suicide Squad as far as like, the comics and all of that. I've never gotten to the Suicide Squad. So all of my exposure to these characters have been through the movies, and like when it was announced he was playing it, I didn't know how serious the role was going. Like I just didn't know how he was going to act it. So I was pleasantly surprised by how good he was in that role, and like how believable he was, and like even he was just a great fit. That was great casting to me.
Yeah, it worked. I judged him initially by his outfit. I seen it.
Yeah, that didn't help.
He about to be whack.
That didn't help.
I loved his outfit. I thought his outfit was what made it even funnier because he was dead serious.
Yeah.
Like,
well, no, I'm saying like from the screenshots, like when they released like the set photos and things, and they were promoting like all the characters initially, like his outfit was so goofy, and like I had no context for the character, so I was just like, I don't know. I didn't, I just didn't know. Like, I didn't know what to expect, and it was John Cena, so it was like, I don't know what he's gonna do with this.
two things. One,
and I find it funny that his helmet is reflective.
Yes, he absolutely stuffed them tidy whities. I don't care what anything says. Them things were stuffed to the max with socks. Two,
hey, that part was funny too. He just standing there.
But he just popped up with his clothes on. Like, why are you naked in the woods? It's mosquitoes. They're on an island somewhere. You don't know what bugs out there. He's naked with stuffed drawers.
He's here to keep the peace, even if he has to kill men, women, and children. It's a contradiction.
My second point, I appreciate that they kept this movie, although we knew who was going to be in it, we knew it was going to be a lot of boom and bang, we had no idea what to expect, and that's great. Like, a lot of the people that I was looking forward to seeing died in that first scene. Like, I just knew Pete Davidson was going to make it.
I knew he was done for.
I didn't think he was going to. I knew he wasn't going to be in this movie for long.
I didn't think he was his power. He was the first person. Actually, no, Weasel died first. They shot his face off.
That was
he didn't. Well, Weasel technically didn't die.
At the time, we thought he did. So, but technically, yes.
That's still one of the funniest scenes in a movie that I've seen in a long time.
Right, boy, that thing flopping in the water, man. Oh my god, took me out.
But we died so quick. They need to bring Weasel back in the show, though. They can't just make a character like that. James Gunn is also doing the show. Weasel needs to come back.
He does, man. He's in that country now, just wandering in the woods, eating kids.
Probably.
They eat a boogeyman out there now.
Oh man.
Imagine it's like your last moments and that's what you see.
Nah, for real. That's terrible. That's terrible. It's hilarious though.
Oh yeah.
Like, if that thing starts screaming at you.
Man. Milton was funny.
He wasn't in the truck?
Hey yo, but you know what's funny though? I laughed at that scene because I didn't even realize he was still with them. Like when he got shot and killed, I was like, yo, why was he in the room in the first place? And then they had that whole moment and it made me laugh.
He was walking with them in the tower, and in that moment I was like, what's he doing there? why is he going in with them? So it was great to see him connect that. Be like, yeah, he had no reason to be there.
And it was great because
first time, but I noticed the second time.
It was funny, but there was that brief pause, and then they were like, "Yo, why is he in here? Like, what was he doing? Why is he not in the truck?" Like, oh man, that was great.
And Polka Dot, man, how y'all feel about Polka Dot, man?
That was great.
Real. He wasn't made up. That's
that was
a real
hilarious
character from the comics that was introduced in I think 1960
really?
something. I looked it up because I was like, "Ain't no way that's a real DC character," and it was. He was first introduced in a Batman comic.
Yeah.
Oh, Bookworm, what's up?
What's up, Bookworm? It's been a minute.
Been a minute.
His power is OP, isn't it? Like
it is. It is, and it's hilarious that he kept seeing his mom and everybody. Yo, that was man. There's so many like character moments that it's just like this is such a character driven like movie. You know, like all of them had that moment in the sun.
Yeah,
like it was good. That was, I mean, man. I'm actually looking more forward to Guardians of the Galaxy 3 now because of what he did with this movie.
Oh,
is he doing that too?
Yeah, he's back on board with Marvel. He's rewriting the script for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. He's tweaking some things.
We'll get a hint of that before the Christmas before it comes out, because I told y'all they're gonna do the holiday special, the Groot holiday special.
Mm-hmm.
So I would judge what's gonna come from the movie based on the special, because they made a goal to inform us that was coming out. So
ooh, I don't know if that's a good idea though, because how was James Gunn involved in the holiday special? That would be the question. Like, because if he wasn't writing, because at the time he may have not been on writing that, so that might not be a good metric to measure the movie. Because like I said, if he's rewriting the script right now, then I think someone else had started writing the script before he came back onto the project. So if that's the case, I would imagine the holiday special he wasn't involved in that at all. But I have to double check. Not
disagreeing, but Marvel has done such a good job tying everything into each other that if his new story doesn't work with that, then they would fix that. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Either they'll fix it or we won't see it. One of the two will happen, because Marvel will X the project and just pretend like we didn't hear about it in Humans.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, but Starro, the villain, I like the villain. I actually thought it was a strong villain. Mind control and it being the host, I like that.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting. Like I didn't know. I remember I saw the promotional. I guess it was a trailer or some images of Starro like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, all right, don't know. Definitely showed better in the movie than it did in the previews. Like it probably would have been better had they not even shown anything of Starro and like just like that happened.
Yeah, and it sounded like Starro wasn't initially a villain, but just over 30 years they turned Starro into a villain. Because he made that comment. It made a comment. It was like it was happy floating in space looking at the stars.
Yep.
It's like,
then
that's deep right there.
Then the US government turned it to the dark side.
All right, you reminded me of another point of how bad Amanda Waller is. So yes, the U.S. government was responsible for bringing Starro to to whatever that country was called and doing experiments on it and stuff. And so Amanda Waller, her goal was to make sure that no news got out, which is why Peacekeeper was trying to kill everybody at the end. However, that scene where they're going through the village killing all them people, she told them to take them all out with extreme prejudice, take them all down. They're bad people. They were really, what would you call them? Mercenaries? Freedom fighters. They were freedom fighters who were trying to, do the right thing. And in their hands, let's just say that they succeeded. If they found out that the United States was responsible for that, the word would have gotten out. So she made sure they took them out too. And they did.
Dang. She a real
I didn't think about it like that, but that's a valid point.
She took them down. I watched it enough times.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, what do y'all think about King Shark?
I liked him. I thought he was a little too dumb, but I get it.
I thought the fact that
he's like strong as like that skin. What's he got? What's his skin made of?
Well, those
the only thing that got him was them little shark things, them little fish things.
Yeah, I thought that was like.
Okay, I mean, shark skin is kind of like, fish. But it's shark skin. Shark skin is different. Shark skin is like really tough. Naturally. No, I mean they definitely upped them, but like shark skin in comparison to like a fish scale is like, because it's more, their skin is almost like teeth. Like it almost has like the same kind of thickness as like enamel.
It's like a leather meat.
Why are they still out here?
Cut blade of grass.
Yeah.
That's why they still out here. Then they say like sharks are one of the few animals that have not evolved. Like they're still the same.
Ain't no need. They still out there dominating. Like
God got them right the first time.
Yeah, apex, man. That's like crocodiles and alligators. Like it ain't too much evolution going on there either. Yeah, and the fact that Sylvester Stallone voiced the character was like that was hilarious.
Yo,
that's Sylvester Stallone.
A lot of good actors died in that first scene.
That's yeah.
The detachable kid was the guy from was it Stargate SG-1? Is that the show, or is that the right one?
Man, there's a lot of different. Yeah, was he in Stargate?
Star something.
Did he die? He really died. I thought they shot his arms up, but I don't remember seeing.
It seemed like he bled out, like he was bleeding from the mouth.
But because his arms were getting shot.
Okay.
Yo, his arms were getting shot over there, and he was on the ground like this.
Hey, yo, wait. They just watched his hands float to him, and then he just started slapping them, and I was just like, yo, this movie right here, like, what?
Stop going like this, because that's what his upper body did when the arms came off.
Oh yeah, TDK easily was worse. Weasel was hilarious. Weasel was great. I needed Weasel. I didn't know I needed Weasel till I saw Weasel, and Weasel did his thing, and it was just like, yo, you know what? And it was like the right amount. Like if they ever bring the character back in, I don't know what his screen time was. Was it like 5 minutes maybe? That's all he needs. That's all he needs. They don't need more. No more.
Someone in the Discord asked if we could pick 3, and I apologize, I don't remember who did it, but I remember seeing the question.
It was
Captain's log? So Captain's log, we're going to answer your question. If you could pick 3 people to make your own Suicide Squad from the film, who are you choosing?
What I said? I said Rat Girl, Polka Dot Man, and Deadshot. That's my
3. It depends on the mission.
Not Deadshot, that's Bloodsport.
Bloodsport.
Oh, Bloodsport. Yeah.
Yeah, Deadshot and Bloodsport, 2 different characters.
With the same.
Oh yeah, Nathan Fillion. Oh yeah. Nathan. That was Nathan.
That was
Fillion.
the detachable kid.
Firefly. That's crazy. I need Nathan Fillion in a Star Wars movie. He plays those. He should be the next like smuggler type character. He's got. I mean, that's how his acting skills. Like Firefly, like reminded a lot of people of Han Solo. But anyways, huh? Definitely, you know what? Rat Girl was actually far more useful than I anticipated. Like she's
That
got.
girl was.
She's
saved
real
everybody.
clutch. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
That was
She was the
real
most
clutch.
poetic character too. Like they
Yeah,
showed her dad talking to her dad, put her on game about the symbolism with the rats. I was like, yo, I can get.
and that was
this.
Taika Waititi. Waititi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tiki Watati.
So you said Rat Girl.
I
Come
say
on, man.
Rat Girl. Pooh.
It's tough. It's tough.
Probably Rat Girl, King Shark, and Aegis.
I'm picking
Solid.
Peacekeeper because the dedication. He was gonna get it done.
He's thorough. He's thorough. That was the coldest line that he said in the movie. She was like, "You don't have to kill me, just take the disc." She said, "Why you gotta kill me?" He said, "Because I'm thorough." Like, yo, I rock with Peacekeeper.
Peacekeeper. Polka Dot Man.
Polka Dot Man.
And then
Man, Polka Dot Man.
I don't think we need Bloodsport and Peacekeeper.
You don't. You
Nah,
don't. They the same.
So
one or the other.
it's Peacemaker or Peacekeeper?
Peace.
something.
That's the peace.
And
Is
then
it Peacemaker? It's Peacemaker.
I'm going with
Is it Peacekeeper?
King Shark. King Shark.
Okay. Peacekeeper, King Shark, and who? Polka Dot Man?
Yes.
Okay,
That's real good.
It's tough.
That's your mom.
Yeah, so what we got? All right, yeah, that's solid. People saying in the comments.
Oh, it is. It's Peacemaker.
Harley,
It's not
King
Peacekeeper.
Shark.
It's
Peacemaker. Sorry.
Peacemaker.
Bloodsport.
Harley.
Quinn.
Peacemaker.
Okay, you got doubled up on the accuracy.
Bloodsport. Ratcatcher. Polka Dot Man.
Yeah, that's my pick.
Looks like
And if I have like an honorary fourth, I have to throw Weasel in there because I need a distraction.
Hey, nah. Weasel can't come with me, yo. Weasel can't swim.
I'm not gonna hold you.
Oh man,
I'd be more.
that's a great distraction though. Like in a bind, you never because you don't know what he's gonna do.
We don't know what he can do. We ain't seen him do
I'm
this.
safer.
You just gotta throw him in there and see what happens.
Oh,
I'm
man.
safer with King Shark. If one of them all you got to do is be King Shark's friend. We friends. We good. You Weasel don't even speak. At least King Shark can speak. All
Yeah.
we
That's what I'm
is
saying.
yell.
You just gotta throw him in there.
King Shark.
see how the enemy
durability
reacts.
is on 1,000. Like,
Yeah,
the
he's
whole
kinda
tower
like-
fell on him. He fell out the tower, took a barrage of bullets, got slammed through a building by Starro, got bit up by those little piranha fish. I'm like, yo, this dude is.
The piranhas were the only things that broke his skin. Bloodsport shot him at close range like 3 times in the woods, and
Oh,
he just
yeah.
bounced up.
And that nanotech that he had was
Dope.
great.
That's why I picked him, because of all his weaponry.
Yeah. He pulled that
that's-
sword out. Like, I mean, everything. Like his whole armor and the way it just fits into his suit.
Yo, the
It's
gun,
real practical.
the gun Peacemaker had in the village scene that like the silencer was this long. Why?
I love it.
Oh,
It was just
man.
extra for no reason. He just-
That's why I'm choosing him. He's mad extra and he's thorough. He's gonna get the job done, no matter what.
I'm just trying to figure out where he was pulling all them weapons from.
Hey, man,
It was
and them
probably
tidy
something
whities.
in
He got
drawers.
to be in the tiny whities. That was probably that blow dart.
Yeah, them in the tidy whities.
It was in there. That's exactly where it was. But for Loki has some Wakanda tech. He has something.
Yeah,
Why do
like
you
I
have
feel
to make the little bullets?
King Shark had like he's like almost like the Thing in Marvel. Like he's not on like Hulk's level of like strength, but that durability is like insane.
Mhm.
What does he look like in the comics?
I feel like we missed some questions up top in the comments.
Did we?
Yeah.
We did miss a comment about Mongal. Somebody asked, and it might have been the captain's log who asked about the if Mongal is related to Mongul. She is. Mongul the elder is her father, Mongul the younger is her brother.
Okay.
I looked that up and then we just never went back to it. Yes.
I think somebody else had a question.
Did y'all rank
Saw
it?
this.
No.
Yeah.
Between this and Black Widow, what do you guys think about more big budget movies getting greenlit in the relatively early future?
I'm
What do you
for
mean?
it.
Like for streaming?
Yeah,
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I think they're gonna stick streaming. Yeah, I think they're gonna stick to streaming. Or
I
just big
think I
budget.
I you know what the splits. So I think HBO Max has the smartest streaming and theater release strategy. Like you don't have to pay extra. That's the big factor to watch the film, but it's only there for a limited time. So as long as you're subscribed within that duration, it's like I think it's in theaters longer than it's on the streaming service, or they come out at the same time. I can't remember how they did that with the Black Messiah, but I think it ran the same length as the theater. But I like HBO Max's format because it's the option. It's that you're either going to go for convenience or go for that experience, and they're not going to, tax you either way you choose.
Also, as much as we love Disney, I don't see those movies coming out this year if they are serious about being only in theaters.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to do premiere access anymore. I just don't think that that's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Premiere Access. Yeah, the Harley. I appreciated that about Harley Quinn. She has some really cool moments, like with the flowers sprouting from the blood. Not that was dope. I like that.
If Imani has to jump in a giant eyeball to save the world, I'm not doing it. So shouts out to Harley because that was nasty. It was wet.
It's
No,
just a little Visine in there.
no, sorry. And it's not like she was just chilling in it, looking all happy. Sis, get out of there. You did what you needed to do. She was just chilling. No, couldn't be me.
Detachable kid all day.
I mean, we technically don't know because Weasel died, but they did tell us that he ate 23 children.
Oh, I forgot about that fact.
You know, yeah.
Were they
Well,
bad children?
oh
Bad
man,
kids, regardless of whether or not they're bad. But the way Weasel was looking, he was probably eating good ones.
He probably was. I can't lie.
He
He don't.
probably
He
eating
don't
good ones.
discriminate against kids.
Hey, listen, the first one he saw, but the detachable kid is easily the highlight of that first group that perished. At least Mongal tried something. She got a lot of people killed. Yo, the boomerang dude.
Oh yeah.
Sad.
I was surprised they killed him.
Yo, with the quickness.
He's like a real character in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
They took him out. You know what I'm wondering? If his character didn't have enough problems. Because the Suicide Squad, the team 2, yeah, they were able to get the job done, but they were still really messed up. Like maybe the boomerang dude, and I forget his name, his character's name. Maybe he just wasn't effed up enough. So they took him out. I don't know. Because I mean, Bloodsport would seem like a really normal dude until that argument with his daughter at the jail.
Oh, and that daughter, she she's a great actress.
Yeah.
She's a great actress. She was in Euphoria. She
Mm-hmm.
did good in that. I don't know her name, but shout out to her. Hmm.
Thank you. Bookworm says she didn't have to she didn't have to jump in there. You see what I'm saying? It was making wet noises. I don't like that.
She did want to
Her name's
swim in it.
Storm Reed, isn't it? Her name, yeah, that's her name. Her name is Storm Reed.
Yes.
Okay. Storm Reed, you done good.
Get
Oh,
DVDs.
Yeah, very
Think Bars sponsor of the night. Think Bars.
Oh, JBM, I picked up a couple bottles of that box wine. I haven't cracked them open yet, but they had it at the liquor store. And I was like, this is you had the Merlot, right?
Yep.
Got it. I'll report back.
Please do. This one is, a little left. Yeah.
I will report back. I still can't get over the carton. I just knew it was going to be a big box of wine.
Yeah. What we got?
JBM Coop, you never gave your ratings. Everybody out there did.
Oh yeah. So my rating for this is 8.75.
Okay.
Specific.
I'm trying to think of how to rate it because it's an action movie.
Yeah.
So, but I try to keep all the ratings to a general scale. So I'm gonna say an 8 out of 10. Strong 8.
I'm stuck in between an 8 and a 9, so I think I'm gonna go with the crowd and give it the 8.5. The only movie that I felt that it's fair to compare this to is Deadpool, because he is a good guy who's really jacked up. But it's also a team movie, so I don't really know if it's fair on Deadpool. However, I must say I need to watch Deadpool again because as of right now, I would rather watch this.
Facts. Yeah, I think Deadpool's a good comparison for the style.
Yeah. And this was way more violent than Deadpool. Like I like this kind of violence. That's bad.
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong with me, y'all, I promise. But yeah, this was like I was like, oh, that first 15 minutes was stressful. When they shot Pete Davidson's face off, I was like,
That was graphic.
and then everybody went after that.
Did y'all see so this wasn't in the first 15 minutes, but the guy that Peacekeeper killed, the team leader, he was running with the shotgun and he shot the gun through like a door or a wall and it hit two dudes either side of him. So the dude on the left, his right side went missing. The dude on the right, his left side went missing.
Nah, I ain't see that. I have to go back and peep.
Yeah, they were real creative with the shots, visuals.
Deadpool, I agree with you both on this. It is a good comparison, but I think the biggest difference is that the action was the main focus, and where Deadpool, it's his wit and his banter is where they spent the most time and effort. Like it's the actual the script and the writing and his dialogue. It's his movie. More so where this is action and it's more with a lot of character development mixed in between. It's like the Expendables.
Ducky Momo says that this is an old message. I'm just seeing it. He said there was no real heroes in the movie at all. He said Flag was the closest thing. I agree. Flag is the leader dude, the military
the captain.
The captain. Although Flag had issues in the first movie, his problem was that he fell in love with the Enchantress lady.
No, well, in this movie, I think they became heroic when they decided to go help the people in the city and fight Starro because they could have got their heads blown off.
Mm-hmm.
So
you kind of watch them evolve into heroes over the course of the movie.
Yeah.
The person who did the least amount of harm to innocent people, it might be a tie in between the Rat Girl and Polka Dot Man.
Yeah.
Oh, Polka Dot Man was super conscious.
Yeah.
He was like the internal anchor for everybody.
He definitely was. They
Peacemaker
were
was
both the conscious of the group.
yeah.
They were the moral compass.
He was like, "What's a little drink gonna hurt? What a little drink hurt anybody?" And he brought that drunk driving statistic. It's like, wow.
Oh, he's a party pooper. Like, dog. Why would you say
He's
Poke it
the,
out, man.
I
He was
wanna
the only
watch
one that
He was
recognized Melvin. You know, he was
that's
like,
true. I mean, yo, he
His
was
name
really
was
upset
Milton.
about that too.
"See,
He said
Melvin."
Melvin.
Milton? Poor
Oh,
Milton.
definitely
He was
Melvin.
with us the whole time? I thought he was in the car. I want to watch this again. That was really good. I'll make it a fourth time.
Definitely.
Yes, there's a scene where Deadshot, I want to say it's early in the film, like when they're in the woods when they were first arguing. Deadshot and Peacemaker were like far away from each other, and Peacemaker did the and Deadshot, Bloodsport moved his head out the way, like he actually shot something in his direction. Did y'all peep that?
Oh no, he
What
put.
now?
You talking about when he put the gun on the shoulder?
No, they were in the woods just having a little beef, and Peacemaker went like this to.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah,
did
yeah.
that,
That was,
and
but that was while they
Bloodsport
were
was
going. That's
like-
why they were killing the people in the village.
Yes, and Bloodsport was like, he moved out the way, but it
Yeah.
wasn't real.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think
It was just a
I
gesture.
did keep that. I did peep that.
I was like, why did he move?
He got a tit for tat. You know,
And that definitely was not scripted. Like him moving out the way, that wasn't scripted.
No.
I think it was just a natural reaction to like when that happens. When you
It
see
was-
somebody do that, you just like, oh, like just the
It
gesture
was
so
itself is
parts.
like, nah, I ain't got no.
no
I'm good on that.
hypothetical parts.
As far as the movie goes, it was so perfect because all I could think of was like, why did he move? Like it wasn't real. Oh, sorry,
It's the principle.
Slam my 50s down.
Yeah.
Oops.
It's the principle. No, not 5.
Okay.
I agree with this, but I have to disagree with this also because they didn't know they were bad people, good people. They thought they were the villains. So Suicide Squad, they're idiots, but they're not villains.
Oh, Polka Dot Man did kill somebody at the camp.
I was definitely mistaken identity.
Did the rat lady kill anybody at the camp?
Yeah, she sicked her
I think
rats on somebody.
everybody killed somebody in that camp.
Yeah.
They all
Everybody had
caught
blood on their
bodies.
hands.
They all caught bodies. The only one that didn't is Flag.
Because he-
Oh no, he was there.
Yeah,
Drinking.
but he knew who they were. Like they captured them, but we were under the impression that they were the bad guys because they don't explain that moment. Like he just gets captured, and that's the last time we see it. And then Amanda Waller comes on the radio and tells them that they have to go retrieve. So it's really Amanda Waller's fault.
She did it on purpose. I'm convinced.
She didn't tell them that they were.
She a real villain, man.
Yeah. It's really more so. It's definitely her fault that she gave them bad intel or didn't give them enough intel. Plausible deniability.
I appreciate that.
Different type of hero. They're anti-heroes.
Definitely.
I appreciate that, like the staff working with her, their morals were not at all aligned with hers.
They were taking
Like,
bets on who's going to die first.
all.
That was.
they
that was a
were
great
joking,
moment.
like they weren't taking it as seriously. And then when they found out the whole world was in danger, and I would argue that them taking bets is like really evil. So that's one thing. But then them switching sides and finding morals when they realized their lives were in danger, still a little bit messed up. But I appreciated the contrast. Like they were not aligned with her at all. And they knocked her out. I yelled, I was like, oh, that didn't hurt y'all?
Yeah, I was kind of expecting it, but when it happened, I liked it. I was like, finally, somebody.
Yeah, she deserved that.
Yeah,
I thought she was
She definitely deserved that. Oh no, they're not gonna kill her.
Viola Davis.
Man, phenomenal acting too, because she sells
made
you
me
on
just like
how
her.
evil. That woman is evil. That woman is evil, man.
Yes, but it's their fault because it was their job to get the intel. After she found out that Weasel couldn't swim, she looked down at the guy who was on the computer with the glasses next to her because he had the little profile of Weasel up. It was probably their jobs to get the intel for her, and they didn't do it.
Yeah, true.
Oh man,
This is true.
and
That's
on
probably
top
what
of that, they just watched
him.
him drown too. That's what made it funny. Everybody's in the water watching Weasel drown, and they just let it happen.
Y'all didn't
Well,
swim.
buddy with the white hair tried to save him.
No,
that was after the fact.
he was sinking slowly, and then that man went down there and got him.
It was
Nobody
kind of
went.
like, yeah, it was kind of like, oh, nobody's gonna do this. Fine, I'll do it. Like, I can't give him points for that.
Yeah, that was funny.
But anyway, hey, I think we can call it here. I think I've said my comments for this episode, or not this episode, but this movie.
I think that was great. I'm gonna watch it again, and I'm thoroughly excited for the Peacemaker show. That's gonna be dope.
Yeah, I think DC should stay in this lane. Suicide Squad, Joker,
The Batman.
the Batman, Snyder Cut, all that stuff. They need to stay in this lane.
Yeah.
This is their lane.
Yep, that's for sure. But that and they definitely need to switch up the tone on the TV shows as well. Need to match this.
Need to cut things.
They do, but will they? Is he talking
They're
about
not.
the CW shows?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
CW's
I would
got
say
its
even
thing on
Titans.
them.
Because I think Titans is on HBO Max. I think that's a Max exclusive, and the Batgirl, maybe. I don't know. I watch them on HBO Max. I don't watch them on the CW. But the Flash definitely needs to end. It's time for it to end. But that's another thing. Anyways, ending this episode.
Oh, did we? Just want to answer this real quick.
I think I gave it a 9. I didn't have any beef, and I really enjoyed all of the Easter eggs from the different Warner Brother properties.
I can't remember what it was. Definitely an 8
Did I rate it?
something.
It was high.
I
We
think
didn't
I
have-
gave it a 7 or an 8. I mean, yeah, it was, it's a good.
It was what
fun
it was, and
kids
it was unique enough, and it spoke to a younger generation, like the audience it's intended for.
Yeah. I like the
and-
message in it.
Yeah,
Message.
and LeBron made it his own movie, and I think that was good. Like, he didn't try to make it a sequel to this first Space Jam movie. These are two completely different movies, just the same kind of sort of theme: basketball and Looney Tunes. But other than that, that's they're two completely different movies.
Yeah, I've learned that we can't go too hard rating children's movies. That's what I did with what's the movie that came out Christmas when the black man died in the first 2 seconds?
Oh, Soul. Yeah, I don't know why you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Soul.
Yeah, I don't,
Oh yeah, Soul.
It's
touched
not
me,
made.
by the way.
It's made for me.
Soul
So I just
was
can't-
hitting.
I wasn't.
Soul was definitely hitting.
But anyway, oh damn.
I'm here for it. The Rock, baby. Let's get it. If you smell, la, 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 la.
Oh, okay.
I was
That's okay.
right. Instead of a basketball game, like it needs to be like different wrestling matches or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to see the people's elbow on a Looney Tune, bro.
I'm screaming.
Oh man. All right. Yeah. Okay. So Imani, closing.
Thank you for joining us. As always, please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at Certified Gumbo. Thank you for watching this video. Please like the video and subscribe to our channel. If you want to support us, please buy us some coffee. The link, if it's not in the description bar, I know it's at the very top of the live stream chat. And lastly,
And yes, it is in the description. I also want to shout out Ducky Momo because he did donate Friday, but I had to end the stream because of technical difficulties. But definitely want to say thank you for the donation. If you're still watching,
we appreciate you. Join us on Discord. We talk about this stuff all day, every day. So please join us on Discord. The link is in the description bar. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. Or Coop, we doing a what if?
yes, we are absolutely
Just
definitely
check
doing it.
Tomorrow, 8 p.m. We gonna break down the first episode of What If. As you know, they have announced that it's all canon, which means what we're gonna see happen tomorrow happen.
It's for real. It's real life. It's
Cool.
really happened.
Any more Bad Batch? Is it done? Or we got one more episode.
One episode, and since so what I'll do, since episode 15 and 16 are part 1 and part 2 of the season finale, I'll just do both, since I was unable to do part 1 last weekend due to some internet issues, which we should be able to get resolved tomorrow, hopefully. I will do both part 1 and part 2, and I'll have an hour length episode for 15 and 16. So tune in for that, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the channel.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Have a good
and
night.
Definitely, and to y'all, the regulars on the Cookout, we'll see you next Tuesday. And as I always say, oh wow, I forgot to close out. Look at me. Oh man. Oh, thank you for all the 50th episode wishes. And as I always say, peace, love, blessings, and may the force be with you always.